Football never gets old, but with so much of it going on all over the world, it can be hard to know where to start when planning your next football trip. That's why we've drawn up the selection of must-see matches taking place all over the world this year. This is Copa 90's bucket list for the 2017-18 season. FEYENOORD in Europe. After winning their first Eredivisie title in almost 2 decades, FEYENOORD are back in the Champions League. Their fans have a reputation for putting on some incredible atmospheres, both home and abroad, and this year should be absolutely no exception, as they go up against the giants of European football and remind the rest of the continent what they're all about. Catch them bringing a big away following to a city near you, or make the trip to the wonderful city of Rotterdam to experience their unforgettable tifos at De Kuip. Atlanta United vs Orlando City. On one hand, you've got Orlando City, who have been breaking attendance records with massive crowds since their days in the lower divisions. Their new purpose-built stadium has a designated smoke section and North America's only safe standing supporter section, where their 2 fan groups create some incredible atmospheres. On the other, you have new club Atlanta United, who have been breaking MLS attendance records since their debut game this year. And so, when Atlanta United purchased a billboard in Orlando, local fans accused them of trying to build a rivalry out of nothing. Call it what you want, but these MLS new boys are already putting on some of the best atmospheres in the league, and it'd be well worth your while catching a meeting between the two. San Lorenzo. Fans of Buenos Aires side San Lorenzo create one of the most unique and incredible atmospheres in world football. Their innovative banda, Escuela de Tablones, are constantly dreaming up inventive songs that spread across the globe and turn into the most popular terrace chants going. After nearly 3 decades, San Lorenzo will be playing their final season in their El Nuevo Gasómetro Stadium. In the 1980s, their original ground in the club's local neighbourhood of Buedo was purchased by the French supermarket chain Carrefour. Now, after an incredible crowdfunding campaign, the fans have bought back their old ground. An incredible story that Copa 90 told earlier last year. Check it out in the link in the description. This year is your last chance to experience the Nuevo Gasómetro before the famous Cuervos return home. Real Oviedo and Sporting Gijon. It's the team that brought us Juan Mata and Santi Cazorla versus the one that gave us David Villa and Luis Enrique. After 14 years of waiting, the Asturian derby is back. Real Oviedo made headlines 5 years ago when a massive crowdfunding campaign saved the historic club from going under, while rivals Gijon have been bouncing between the 1st and 2nd division for nearly a decade. This season, they'll meet in the Spanish 2nd division, with both teams being touted amongst the favourites for promotion. This is one of the most passionate fixtures in Spanish football, with Oviedo acknowledged as the first club in Spain to have an ultras group. Meanwhile, Gijon, known as Sportingistas, are widely regarded as one of the most loyal, best travelling and cheerful sets of fans in La Liga. The Kolkata derby. Kolkata is the home of Indian football. The derby between Mohun Bagan and East Bengal FC is one of the most exciting and underreported in world football, and this year it's going to be on another level. Following refurbishments for the Under-17 World Cup in India this autumn, the Salt Lake Stadium will finally go back to hosting this epic fixture after a 2-year hiatus. In 1997, this derby saw more than 100,000 supporters attend the match, a record-breaking figure for Asian football. And with Indian football on the up and up, this 100-year-old rivalry is looking more exciting than ever. STEAUA. After years of corruption scandals, some of Romania's most popular clubs are now lingering in the lower divisions. Their supporters have followed them into the lower tiers of their national football pyramid and are putting on some spectacular scenes, most notably STEAUA 1947. The club represents the original STEAUA Bucharest and were formed by the Romanian army following an endless string of scandals by owner Gigi Becali. While Becali has held on to a 1st Division iteration of the club, which has been renamed FCFCSB, the Ultras from Peluza Sud are supporting the lower league team. So if you happen to find yourself in Bucharest this season, make sure you look for where STEAUA are playing. You'll almost certainly end up at a romantic grassroots pitch with thousands of members of one of Europe's most impressive Ultras groups supporting their local side. Oh, and a couple of honourable mentions. RC STRASBOURG are back, and hasn't it been some return? After being relegated down to the 4th division of French football following financial liquidation in 2011, Racing Club Strasbourg are back in Ligue 1. Their fans have a long-held reputation for being some of the best in the country, so expect scenes all year. The Steel City derby. Sheffield United and Sheffield Wednesday, the 2 biggest clubs in the city, met for the first time in 1893, but they haven't played each other since 2012. Fans of both the Owls and the Blades will surely be on top form and right up for this one. Expect scenes. And finally, we had to throw in the internationals. Ecuador vs Argentina. Argentina's fight for qualification to the 2018 World Cup, arguably Leo Messi's last chance to play for his country on the biggest stage of all, at least whilst in his prime, looks like it's going down to the wire. This match in the final round of the CONMEBOL qualifiers could be a winner-takes-all. A win for Ecuador could mean taking Argentina's final qualifier spot to Russia next year. And with the match being played 9,000 feet up in the air in Ecuador's capital, that's not as unlikely as you'd think. If you're lucky enough to get to Quito for the match, you should be in for a truly unique and special experience. That was Copa 90's bucket list fixtures for the 2017-2018 season. But have we missed one? Is there another must-see fixture that we should know about? Let us know in the comment section below, like the video, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to Copa 90.